Ever wondered why there are so many rules to follow when flying internationally? Well, there's a global body that oversees these regulations, the International Air Transport Association, or IATA. This organization plays a pivotal role in ensuring that air travel is safe, reliable, and uniform across the globe. Imagine a world where every country had different air travel rules. It would be chaos, wouldn't it? That's where IATA steps in, providing a set of guidelines that all airlines and nations can adhere to. This ensures your flight from New York to Tokyo is as seamless as your flight from Paris to Sydney. The IATA rules and regulations are not just a bunch of red tape. They're designed to keep you safe and your journey predictable. So next time you're jetting off somewhere, remember that these rules are there to make your trip smoother. Understanding IATA rules and regulations can make your international air travel experience much smoother. Many people have misconceptions about IATA rules and regulations. It's not uncommon to hear grumbles in the airport line about how these rules seem arbitrary or even designed to make travel difficult. But let's take a moment to set the record straight. Firstly, it's key to understand that the International Air Transport Association, or IATA, is not some shadowy organization out to spoil your vacation. Quite the contrary, they're a group of international airlines committed to ensuring safety, security, and efficiency in air travel. Their rules and regulations aren't arbitrary. They're based on years of research, data, and industry expertise. One common misconception is that these rules are overly strict, making travel a hassle. From the liquids rule to the size of your carry-on, it's easy to feel bogged down by regulations. But let's remember, these rules are there for safety. The liquids rule, for instance, is in place to prevent the transport of hazardous materials. Your carry-on size is limited to ensure it fits safely in overhead compartments, preventing accidents during turbulence. Another misconception is that the IATA is all about rules and doesn't care about passenger comfort. In reality, many IATA regulations are designed with passenger comfort in mind. For instance, rules about cabin temperature, noise levels, and even the quality of food served are all part of the IATA's commitment to a positive travel experience. Lastly, some people believe that IATA rules are static and unchanging. However, these regulations are constantly evolving to reflect new technologies, scientific findings, and changes in societal norms. So, what may seem like a sudden new rule is actually a response to ongoing developments in the industry. So you see, IATA rules and regulations aren't there to make your life difficult. They're there to ensure you reach your destination safely and comfortably. They're designed with both the airlines and passengers in mind, balancing safety, efficiency, and comfort. So the next time you think that the rules are too strict, remember they are there for a reason. And that reason is to ensure that air travel remains the safest, most efficient, and most comfortable way to explore our beautiful world. Let's dive into some of the most important IATA rules and regulations. At the heart of the International Air Transport Association's mission is the promotion of safe, reliable, and efficient air transport. And to achieve this, they have a set of rules and regulations that all member airlines must follow. Let's break down some of these key regulations to understand them better. First up, we have the dangerous goods regulations. Now don't let the name scare you. These are simply rules that govern the transportation of items that could potentially pose a risk to health, safety, property, or the environment. This could be anything from flammable liquids, radioactive materials, or even certain types of batteries. The rules dictate how these goods should be packed, handled, and transported to minimize any potential risks. Next, we have the live animal regulations. These rules are all about ensuring the welfare and comfort of animals during air transport. This includes everything from household pets to exotic zoo animals. The regulations cover a range of areas such as the type of crate required, feeding instructions, and temperature control. They even go as far as specifying that animals should be the last to be loaded onto the aircraft and the first to be offloaded. And then we have the perishable cargo regulations. These rules apply to goods that can decay over time and therefore require specific handling and storage conditions during transport. This could include anything from fresh fruits and vegetables to pharmaceuticals. The regulations set out the requirements for packaging, labeling, and temperature control to ensure these goods reach their destination in the best possible condition. Now, these are just a few examples. The IATA also has regulations covering areas such as baggage handling, passenger rights, and airline operations, and it's important to note that these rules and regulations are not static. They are constantly being reviewed and updated in response to new technologies, changes in the industry, and emerging safety concerns. So, why do these rules matter? Well, imagine if every airline had its own set of rules. It would be chaos, right? The IATA rules and regulations provide a common framework that all airlines can follow. This helps to ensure consistency, improve efficiency, and most importantly, maintain high levels of safety. In addition, these rules also play a vital role in facilitating global trade. By standardizing the processes and procedures for air transport, they help to make it easier and more efficient to ship goods around the world. This is particularly important in our increasingly globalized economy, where goods are often sourced from one country and sold in another. These rules may seem complex, but they are crucial for our safety and the smooth operation of air transport. What happens when we don't follow these rules? Well, let's talk about the potential consequences that might occur when the International Air Transport Association, or IATA rules, are not adhered to. Firstly, we have fines. IATA rules and regulations are not mere suggestions, they're mandatory. When these rules are violated, hefty fines can be imposed on the offending parties. These fines can range from hundreds to thousands of dollars. So, bear in mind that the cost of not following the rules can be a lot more than just an inconvenience. Secondly, not complying with IATA rules can cause delays. Imagine you're all packed and ready to start your vacation, but because of a single rule violation, your flight is delayed. This could throw off your entire travel plan, and nobody wants to start their journey with a delay. Furthermore, safety hazards are another major concern. The rules laid out by IATA are not just for the sake of bureaucracy, but are designed to ensure the safety of all passengers. For example, restricting certain items in hand luggage is not to inconvenience you, but to prevent accidents that could harm you or other passengers. When these rules are ignored, the safety of everyone on board is compromised. Lastly, non-compliance with IATA rules can lead to legal consequences. In some cases, rule violations can lead to prosecution. This means that you could potentially face a court case and even jail time depending on the severity of the violation. So the importance of following IATA rules cannot be overstated. These rules are in place to ensure a smooth, safe, and efficient air travel experience for everyone. Ignoring them not only puts you at risk of financial and legal consequences, but also jeopardizes the safety and well-being of all passengers on board. So, adherence to these rules is not just about avoiding penalties, but also about ensuring a safe and hassle-free travel experience. Let's all make air travel safer and more enjoyable by respecting and following the IATA rules and regulations. Let's take a moment to recap what we've learned about IATA rules and regulations. We began our journey by introducing the International Air Transport Association, commonly referred to as IATA. We discovered that this global trade association is at the heart of international air transport, setting the standards and regulations that ensure the safety, security, and efficiency of air travel. We then addressed some common misconceptions about IATA, dispelling myths and clearing up misunderstandings. We learned that IATA doesn't control the airlines but rather serves to create a collaborative environment where shared standards and practices can be implemented for the benefit of all. Our journey continued as we delved into the intricate web of IATA rules and regulations. We unraveled the complexities of these standards, understanding how they govern everything from baggage allowances to passenger rights, from safety protocols to environmental commitments. We discovered that these regulations are not just arbitrary rules, but are carefully crafted guidelines designed to protect and enhance our travel experience. We also explored the potential repercussions of not adhering to IATA rules. We learned that non-compliance can lead to fines, penalties, and even bans for airlines, while passengers may face delays, inconvenience, and in some cases, denied boarding. So, the key takeaway from our exploration is the vital importance of understanding and following IATA rules and regulations. Whether you're a tourism student, an airline professional, or an everyday traveler, this knowledge can empower you to navigate the world of international air travel with confidence and ease. To conclude, IATA's rules and regulations form the backbone of international air travel. They exist to ensure that every journey is as safe, efficient, and enjoyable as possible. So, whether you're jetting off on a holiday or flying for business, it's worth taking the time to understand these regulations.